Speed 2010. How's everybody doing whenever y'all watching this? Anyways, welcome back to Need for Speed Heat, and welcome back to another character car. This time it's Spyro's friend, Elora from Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and her Porsche 911 GT3 RS from 2019, rather recently. If you've been paying attention to the last two character car videos from Cinder and Spyro, you pretty much know the whole story. Well, sort of, that mini story. But according to Elora's point of view, she was pretty much Cinder's mechanic beforehand, back in Fortune Valley. Her, Cinder, Spyro were pretty much formally like a crew. Whenever Elora wasn't working on both of their cars, she would morally test out some of the racetracks that the Outlaws Rush was organizing. In fact, she was actually one of the members of said organizing team, and pretty much whenever her voice would be used to make decisions and whatnot, it was more or less pretty well heard from other members, more or less. Fast forward to the rather incident. Both Spyro and Cinder end up tying, with said house members pretty much going after Spyro and more or less leaving Cinder alone, despite her attempts pretty much fighting back against the attackers. While it was admitted that Cinder's dad, Malifor, was a former member of the house, well, let's just say that Outlaws Rush event ended up being canceled with no clear winner. The following day, Elora went to bat for Cinder, pretty much saying that she had nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, her other members didn't seem so. So she pretty much visited Cinder's house that same day, saying that her win had since been rescinded and pretty much given to Spyro, which pretty much made Cinder lose her cool, pretty much starting an argument saying that Elora, despite pretty much defending her, pretty much didn't do enough to defend her enough to let her stay in, pretty much blaming her for being kicked out. It didn't take much for an argument between the two to go, and with a rather insulting "GOAT" comment from Cinder, well, it also didn't help that the two ended up getting into a small fight. Cinder throwing a punch at Elora, and Elora retaliating with a jumping martial arts spin kick. Yeah, needless to say, their friendship pretty much ended right then and there, with Malifor and Cinder pretty much leaving Fortune Valley 8 days after taking that as a symbol of quote-unquote exile. Fast forward about 6 months, Elora gets a call from an old friend, Zoe, from Palm City, pretty much asking them to come visit as a vacation, as well as check out the Speed Hunter Showdown, which her and Spyro agree. However, that night they get into a nasty wreck, which leaves Spyro's SRT8 Challenger wrecked. Him with pretty decent injuries, cuts and bruises, but Elora pretty much getting into a coma. She would come out of it about 3 days later, but wouldn't leave the hospital for another 15 days as a result of her injuries. Laid up in the hospital, all she would think about was how her and Cinder's friendship ended, just replaying in her mind. Hey, if you were laid up in the hospital, I'm pretty sure that would be all you could think about, either that or a coma. If you were pretty much knocked into a coma, fading in and out of consciousness. When she did get out of the hospital, Spyro pretty much gave her enough money to go buy her car, which was the aforementioned GT3 RS. She pretty much turned it into a road spec car, not really following Spyro and Cinder's road race spec hybrids, and adding a pair of twin turbochargers as well as upgrading the engine. Her car is now pushing 674 horsepower and a top speed of 220 miles an hour. Like I said, it's a road spec car since it's already a track car. So, yeah, it'd be pretty interesting how to see this compares to the other two. The only thing that she did take out from the original, other than the body kit, the RSR front fenders and rear fenders. Obviously, it's the 7-speed. She pretty much removed it and pretty much threw in a 6-speed. Now that she's ready, the only question that's left is, what's Elora gonna do when her and Cinder cross paths? Are they gonna pretty much ignore each other and continue on with their lives? Or are they gonna end up reigniting their rivalry, pun not intended, from Fortune Valley? If they do, my money's on Elora. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that little mini story that that's been going on in my head. I'm kind of thinking about building Zoe a car. I kind of have a Audi R8, but I might switch that out. Speaking of switching that out, the GT3 RS that I built Elora here was originally going to be a Alfa Romeo Giulia. But considering that in order to get up to 220, I had to pretty much max it out, which was something I was trying to avoid. And I really didn't like I liked how the car looked, I just didn't like how it performed, more or less. Anyway, you can already see you can guess the references. Let me know in the comment section, as well as the paint job. The paint job, the stripes, and some of the pretty much all that custom text is all Spyro references, as well as her racing number. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave you to the gameplay. You know what to do. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, one last thing. This isn't self-promotion, but a Twitter user by the name of Nitro Nito, or better known as Miss Nitro, pretty much did artwork of Elora with a motorsport, a Nitro Squad-esque motorsport suit on. I'll leave a link to it in the comment section below so you can check it out. But pretty much that's how I imagine Elora driving a car. Anyways, that's enough for me. Let's get to the gameplay. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
from before. Resuming pursuit. This time, I'm already pissed.
Previous suspect has been located and we're taking up pursuit again.
I lost the driver. Anybody else see where they went?
Check everywhere.
Time's up. I found our target again. The suspect was moving too fast for our cars to keep up.
Get out there and find that damn car.
You're not getting away. Control, got eyes on the subject's car again. The chase is on.
Johnson, the attention you're giving him. Come on, move it, everyone. I want him caught this time.
This pursuit vehicle is rough, rugged, and ready to roll. This wasn't the plan. Can we get extra help?
You want reinforcements? You got 'em.
Got eyes on the target vehicle? left me in the dust. Rest of you stay on them.
This is gonna be over real soon. I could have sworn that there were a lot more of us when the night started. Control, can you send us more units?
Superior pursuit units incoming.
I can't see him anymore. You guys see him?
Spread out and search for that vehicle. They can't have gotten far. Calling off the pursuit. Driver gave us the slip.
All that work to bullshit!
Pretty good. Sometimes the main thing is to keep your name fresh in people's minds. No matter how bad it gets out there, at least we ain't gotta worry about Mercer no more.